Good morning, all the viewers. Welcome back to our live session. My name is Vishal Manocha, owner and director at Net Worth Immigration Solutions. Welcome back to our live show. It's 11 a.m. in Canada right now, and in India, it's evening around 8:30 p.m. We have this show every Friday, same time. This show is all about what will have been an update from the last 1 week in immigration, and also we do have time in this session to answer your question if you put them live into the comment section. So if you have any question, any doubt, post it into the comment section, and we will be happy to assist you and answer those questions for you live right now in this 30 to 40-minute session which we have every Friday. We have a lot of updates in this session. A lot of PNP draws were held last week. An express entry draw was held a couple of days ago, which was on Wednesday. Another great news was for post-graduation work permit holders can now apply for the new 18 months work permit. The policies have been released. The announcement has been made from starting from 2nd August. Now you can apply for your post-graduation work permit. We will be discussing more about that in detail. And then we will be also discussing about the new changes coming into the NOC NOC system, which will be implemented on 16th of November 2022. How will that impact your express entry profile? This is something for you to understand, and we will be discussing about that in this show too. So now starting up with the first uh, most important update we have for this morning is the express entry draw, which was held on Wednesday. The good news is the number of invitations again went higher to 2,000 people were candidates were invited under this draw, and on also in regard to that, the CRS score has dropped down to 533. So starting from 557 on 6th of July, within a month, the score has dropped by around 23 points. So yes, the last draw was 533. So the drops are coming down, and it is continuously going to drop in the future draws of 2022. Very soon, after a few draws, we may also see draw coming even less than 500. So don't be disheartened, don't be disappointed that your score is less than that and you may never get an invite. That is not going to happen. Eventually, the people who are into the pool who are scoring more than 500 to 600 points will be uh, will be out of the pool. They all will be invited, and definitely the score will come down. You will still have a chance to apply under your percentage profile. So don't just get disappointed. Be patient, and yes, definitely the score will drop in the future draws. So we have seen these in the last three draws. The first draw, which was held on 6th of July, the score was 557. Then the next draw, which happened after fortnight, the score was 543, and now it has got dropped down to 533. So yes, score is dropping down, which is a good news for the client. And also, if you can see in this three draw, the number of candidates invited has also gone higher. In the first draw, the people invited were 1,500. The second draw, the people invited was 1,750. And the third this draw, after the draw has resumed, the number of invitations has gone to 2,000. So in the last three draws, we have almost got 5,000 approximately ITAs have already been sent to the client, which is a great news because the draws have started after 1.5 years. The last draw was held in December 2020, and since then, 6th July 2022 was when the first draw was held for this for express entry. So that is a great news for all of us. And now an express entry draw will be continue to happen as now every fortnight on Wednesdays. Although the people who have been invited under this draw, the information about them, how many candidates were invited under express entry, CC or PNP, that information is still not released by IRCC, but definitely it will be coming up in the next week. We will exactly know out of these 2,000 people who were invited in this draw, how many were invited under express entry through CEC, Federal Skilled Worker Program, or through PNP. That information is still awaited, but hopefully by next week that information will also be available. That was a news from the express entry perspective. Talking about the future draws, yes, the score will drop down. It will come to 500, less than 500 very soon in the coming months. Pretty sure once the people who are in the pool with above 500 score will be over, there will be not too many people left, then the score will drop down. As we can see in the last three draws, if we compare, the score is continuously dropping down since it started on 6th of July. So if you want to create your profile, If you have any doubt, if you don't know exactly what needs to be done to create your profile or how to improve your score, you can contact us at Network Immigration Solution. We can help you. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario. The second location we have is in Alberta, Calgary, and then we have two offices back home in India, in Karnal and Kuchetra, both of them in Haryana. You can also contact them if you are looking to immigrate to Canada, you're looking for permanent residency option. You can contact us and we can guide you with your process, as keeping in mind how you are eligible and when you are eligible to get into the pool. If you are not, we can guide you what exactly you need to do to get into the pool and how you can score high in CRS so that you get higher chance of being invited whenever the draws are being held. So that was it for the Express entry. The next most important update news for international students who are on a post-graduation work permit. Now the good news is starting from 2nd of August, which was I think Tuesday or Monday of this week, you can now apply for a new 18-month extension of your post-graduation work permit. If your post-graduation work permit was expiring starting from 20th of September 2021 till 31st of December 2022, if your post-graduation work permit is expiring, you are now allowed to submit your application as per the new portal. It has to be an online application, so they have already created the link. The IRCC have already created the link and informed us how that application needs to be done. So if you are somebody whose work permit is expiring during this time, contact us. But yes, you have to. I'll just share more information about this update because there are few people who are not even supposed to apply for a work permit. They will automatically get a post-graduation work permit sent to their home without even applying. Now, who are those people? If your post-graduation work permit expires starting from 2nd of October 2022 to 31st December 2020, if it's expiring in that time, and your passport is valid till April 2024, and your mailing address is the same, you don't need to apply any application. I repeat, you don't need to apply any application. You will automatically get your post-graduation work permit sent at your address. The people who are supposed to apply for a post-graduation work permit are those whose study work permit has expired from 20th September 2021 till 1st of October 2022. If your post-graduation work permit has expired during this time, then you need to apply for a post-graduation work permit online. Now, for those people who have whose work permit has expired and are under restoration, they also have to apply for the restoration and pay the restoration fees. Usually the restoration time is 90 days once your work permit is expired, but in this particular category, under this policy, you can still apply for your post-graduation work permit. If you have passed that 90 days of restoration, you will still be granted 18 months of post-graduation work permit. And only one time under this policy you are allowed. So basically, even if you have lost your status and it's more than 90 days, you can still apply for your post-graduation work permit. The good news for you is during that time you can still continue working for your employer. All you have to show is you have to show them the letter that you are still eligible to work, which you will be getting soon if you have already expired on your mail. Then you can show that and then you can still continue working. So you don't need to leave your job even if you are in the restoration. You can still apply for your post-graduation work permit extension. If you still have any doubt about this, because it might sound confusing, because there are a lot of guidelines being issued regarding this policy for different category people, depending on when your work permit is expired or is expiring or you are under restoration. If you want any further clarification, contact us in our office and we will be happy to let you know the exact rule and also to let you know that if you are supposed to apply for your post-graduation work permit or not, because as I said, not everybody is supposed to apply. It depends on the date on when your post-graduation work permit is expiring. Depending on that, it will we can come to know that if you are supposed to apply or you will be getting your post-graduation work permit through mail or through email. We have, in fact, the date was announced. I think around 30 to 40 of our clients have already got the letter stating them that you can continue working and your work permit has been extended for another 18 months. The hard copy will also be sent to them very, very soon. So that was the update about post-graduation work permit. People have been waiting for that. It was particularly initially announced in April 2022 that students will be allowed. First, it was only for people who are start from January till December 2022. Then it was extended from September 2021 to December 2022. If your post-graduation work permit is expiring, you will get this 18-month extension. So, which is a great news, a good news. Now you can apply. More benefit they have given is even if you're under restoration, you can still continue working. Even if your restoration period of 90 days has passed, you can still apply for this work permit, but you have to apply. If you are under restoration, you will not get it automatically. The application need to be done online, then only you will be getting your post-graduation work permit authority to work for the next 18 months. So that's how the post-graduation work permit will be following up. So if you are already someone who wants to extend their work permit, they don't know exactly what to do, contact us and we will submit your application and make sure that you get your another 18 months stay in Canada, which is a big time for you to, if you have still not qualified under express entry yet, if you think you still don't have enough score, or because of because of pandemic and or because of lockdown, you were not able to complete your experience, you have been given this extra 18 months to complete your experience and become eligible for uh, PR later on. TR to PR policy is also expected to come next month. We all are waiting for that. The new policy, which is going to be a permanent policy starting from sometime in 2023. I hope after that time, 2023, a lot of people will also qualify under tier to peer pathway. So there are still a lot of updates awaited by the end of this year, and hopefully 2023 will have a better prospects for all the clients who are looking for permanent residency. Will have more options to apply for PR in different categories. So I have few questions here. We will be taking up those questions and then we'll be continuing further because there are a lot of updates we have for this week which we still want to go ahead and discuss. The next important update we will be definitely discussing about NOC NOC OAB is changing to a tier system on 16th of November 2022. How will that impact? We will be talking about that too. Okay, so now we have got Amit has joined us after a very long time. Good morning, Amit. Good morning, Priya. Then we have a Gurpreet asking us, can spousal open work permit is also be extended after PGPW? Yes, Gurpreet, definitely. Once you get your post-graduation work permit extended, your spouse will also get an open work permit extended. But you still have to meet the requirement of a spousal open work permit application. Your spouse need to meet the requirement, and the way to meet the requirement for them is if the principal applicant, which may be you in your case, need to have a NOC NOC OAB job as of now, as of the new rule that's coming later on. But right now, you still have to have a job under NOC OA or B. As far as you have the job of NOC OA or B, definitely your spousal open work permit can also be extended for another 18 months. So which is definitely again a good news. So you and your spouse both can stay here for another 18 months and make sure, but in that 18 months you are working towards getting your permanent residency. If that's your goal, you should be working towards getting your permanent residency. You need to have a job offer in with you. You need to have an experience under the tier system, the new which is coming, and that's how you will qualify for a for a PR later on. So use these 18 months to get your experience if you haven't done so, and make sure that you are achieving your goal of getting permanent residency. Then we have a question from Rishabh. Good morning, Mr. Manoj. I applied my father's super visa application in March, and then after 14 months of no response, I applied a new portal on Mirror. Still no update. Okay, Rishabh. Basically, yes, there are still lot of application under different categories which are still pending. Visitor visa, super visa, citizenship application, even study permit application are taking way well than what the expected time frame is. We all know the IRCC backlog is around 2.7 million pending applications, which is a big number. 2.7 million applications are pending as of now, and maybe while we are talking, the number is still growing. That is concerning. People are not able to get their responses back on time as they are expecting. They are short of staff. They still need people who need to be trained. And because of all that thing, because of pandemic and because of lockdown, which we had in the last 2 years, that has impacted the processing time of IRCC in a big way. That's why the number of applications which are pending is 2.7 million, which is not a small number. In the beginning of this year, that number was around 1.8 million. In this 8 months or 7 months of this year, the number of pending applications has gone higher by around 900,000 applications more been added into the pending list, which is concerning, but there's nothing much you can do. You have to be patient, you have to wait for an update, and as soon as you an update, then only you will be up. There's nothing, as I said, nothing much you can do. You have to wait for an update, and as soon as you an update, then only you can decide what will be the next course of action for you. So Rishabh, you have to wait and be patient and see. Uh, just pray, I can say, that you get a decision soon on your father's super visa application. So that's the question we have all the client. If you are having any doubt, any question, kindly post it into the comment section. This session is not just giving about you the updates what we had in the last 1 week. This session is also about you getting a chance to ask any question you have regarding your immigration needs, your way to immigrate to Canada. Kindly post it into the comment section, and I will be answering them for you while we take up the updates we have from the immigration in the last 1 week. So the next important update we'll be discussing will be how NOC knock code, which are changing to a tire system in November 2022, is going to affect the express entry client. This is very important for you to understand if you are already into the pool or you're planning to go get into the pool. 16th of November, as soon as the tire system is implemented, because till now what we were following was NOC Metrics 2016, which will be converted into NOC NOC 2021 on 16th of November 2022. You will be getting a notification to make a change in your profile. So as soon as 16th November comes, I think automatically everybody will get, like we have discussed in the last session, even last week also, there was an update made by IRCC, and every client in the pool got a notification to answer 3 more questions regarding to education in Canada, although they didn't impact it too much of the scores of the client, but you were still supposed to answer them. I hope everybody have done that, because the deadline to do that update was 2nd of August. Now, the one we are discussing will be coming in November 2022, where you will be again getting this notification to update your NOC knock to a tire, depending on what how they prescribe or describe the NOC knock. You will be getting an update, and you will have to open your profile, update, and resubmit your profile, so that your profile is updated and you still have a chance of being invited for a express entry draw. That will be happening in November, so we still have a couple of months, but just to give you a heads up that that is also coming up by the end of this year. Okay, now this last week has also been very great from the perspective of PNP programs invite. There were a lot of invites been sent in the last week. So there were the province which have their draw held was Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, and I think there was another province which had a draw. Manitoba, BC, and Saskatchewan held their draw, and also the ONP. So yeah, these are the 4 provinces which held their draw in the last 1 week. So we will be discussing about them just in brief to give you an idea that express entry is not the only just way to immigrate to Canada. There are other programs, especially these PNP programs, are very, very important for you to understand, for you to be aware of that. Yes, there are different programs through which you can qualify and get your PR. So the first one we will be discussing will be Saskatchewan. Usually Saskatchewan has one draw in a month. Every month they have their PNP draw. This time, I think for the first time, I think in the month of July, they held 2 draw back to back within the space of 1 week. The number of invitations sent was highest till date in 2022. The draw which was held on 21st of July, the number of invitations sent was 802. Then there was another draw again held on 28th of July, and the number of invitations sent was 748. So more than 1,500 people were invited through the Saskatchewan PNP program. Now, who were those people who were invited? There were particularly 2 major categories under which people were invited. One was Saskatchewan in-demand list. Now, Saskatchewan as a province have their own in-demand list. They have people who they want. There is a labor shortage, so they have their own list. So most of the people who got the invite under this were through one of this category called in-demand list. And the second people who got the invite were through express entry. Now there are 2 different things. Both the draws have a different way, the way they have been, like the clients have been picked. Either the occupation skills need to be in demand, or through express entry also they can invite you. So these were the 2 people, as I said, two category of people which were invited under this draw. And as I said, it was around 1,500 people being invited. Now, if you want to know more about it, if you are not aware how these things work, you may be one of the person who are in demand in Saskatchewan. You don't know you know about it. You may have a chance of being invited, but you need to be aware of the rules. So, if you want to understand more about Saskatchewan PNP, contact our office, and we can help you. We can guide you and let you know maybe you are eligible. If you're back home in your home country, you may be still even eligible while you're back home, and you may still have a chance of being invited under this Saskatchewan or any other province draw. The provinces have their own regular draw every month. One or the other province do have, in fact, most of the provinces have their draw every month. Few of the provinces, especially in Atlantic region, they don't have it every month, but they still frequently have their draws in which you may be invited. So this was the one from the Saskatchewan we discussed. I'll take up a question we have. Meanwhile, we discuss about the other draws we have. Hello sir, I want to study in Canada. I have completed my graduation now. I want to study further, but I don't have enough money for university. So could you please suggest something? So Raj, basically, if you have don't have enough sufficient fund, you think, so the way could be either you can take an education loan because the banks in India or back home wherever you're from, in all the countries there is a provision of getting the education loan. You can take that loan and then come to Canada and study. Or if you think university fees are higher and you are not able to afford them, the other way could be getting into a good public college in Canada where you can finish off your post-graduation diplomas and degree. Not a degree, sorry, a post-graduation diploma. So there are alternatives to it, but yes, funds are required. There's no way definitely anybody can come and study in Canada without having sufficient funds. So fund need to be arranged either from your parents' savings or, as I said, the other best option could be going for education loan. And with the help of the education loan, definitely you can come and study in Canada. But international student fees are higher as compared to the country we are from back home. The fees of international student in Canada is higher, and you need to have sufficient fund for your living and for your tuition fees. Even that is one of the criteria to get you a visa, so that has to be arranged. And as I said, education loan could be something you can look and see that if that works out for you. So going back to the updates we were discussing again, we have another one from British Columbia. So British Columbia had the PNP draw recently. 183 people were invited under this draw. 147 out of them were general draw and tech draw, and the other were for some specific NOC knock were invited. I think the people who were invited which were specific knock were general healthcare worker and early childhood educator. Those people were invited in the specific draw. So BC again have their draw very often. So this recent draw, which was held last week in July, had invited 183 people were invited. Then Manitoba held the draw on 28th of July. There was a draw by Manitoba. 355 people were invited under this draw. Now, who were these people? They were foreign worker who were working already in Manitoba, who have got a 6 month or a 1 year experience, depending on which profile they are from. 299 people out of those profile were invited. Then 15 people were invited to Saskatchewan overseas category, and then 41 people as an international education stream were invited under this draw. So the total number of people invited were around 355. So now if you combine all the three draws we have discussed in the last of the three provinces, which is Saskatchewan, BC and Manitoba, the number crossed almost 2,000. So this is very, very important for you to understand that express entry is not the only way. In the last 15 days, the number of invitations sent to express entry is 2,000. And if you compare these number of the three provinces we discussed, also is around 2,000. So almost they are matching to the express entry. So you have different options through which you can qualify for PR. You need to understand those options. If you don't understand, definitely this is something we can help you with. We can help you creating a profile. See if you are eligible to any of the province. Some depends on which education background you are from, which experience you have. Depending on all that, it will determine that we will be able to we can help you and guide you to different provinces option and see if you can qualify, and we can help you get in your permanent residency through one or the other option. So that is one of the that is about the draws we had. So now we will be discussing. This is all we had from the last 1 week from the immigration perspective. This is all the update which I think which was happened in the last 1 week we have discussed. Now I will be coming back to the international students who are in Canada who are looking for the onshore admissions. We have seats available in September and in January intake. Even if you have just landed in Canada right now, like for example for September intake, you want to change your college or university, maybe because it's far off or you don't want to study that program, contact us. We can help you even in the same semester. If you have come to Canada and you want to change your university or college, that is still possible. We have seats available for September intake in all the GTA campus, Brampton, Mississauga, Scarborough, Toronto, everywhere the seat is available. All you need to do is just contact us and we can help you. As I said, even if you are here for the first term starting in September, but because of some reason you don't want to uh, take up that course or a university or a program, then you can contact us and we can help you getting your onshore admissions done. Onshore admissions are also open for January 2023 intake. So yes, if you are looking for admission in fall 22 or January 23, both intakes are available. 1 year and 2 year, both programs are available. All are public colleges which will make you eligible for post-graduation work permit. So you can definitely you contact our office in Brampton as soon as possible and we can assist you getting your admission. We have got confirmed seat, 100% you will get an LOA. If you are applying through us, we'll make sure that you get your LOA. There's no processing fees being charged if you apply your LOA through us. In fact, for September 2023-22 intake, we also have a $1,000 scholarship award that will be given to one of the lucky person who all you need to do is basically apply your LOA through us, pay the tuition fees to get into the pool of the people who will be lucky. One of the person will be lucky, and we will be awarding $1,000 scholarship from our end to that person who will be getting. Uh, all you need to do, as I said, is just get your admission, onshore admission through us for September 2022 intake, and you will be becoming eligible to get be picked from for this lucky draw where $1,000 scholarship will be offered to one of our clients who have taken admission through us in September 2022 intake. So this is a golden opportunity for you. If you are looking for onshore admission in September and January, contact us and our office can help you getting your friends, your family, whoever is listening. If you have somebody coming to Canada and they're looking for onshore admission, contact us and we will be happy to assist them and get them through the admissions in Canada. And as I said, even if you're a first-time student coming in Canada, we can get you admission through. So contact our office in Brampton for that. Our office is based in very close to Brampton Gateway Terminal, so it's very accessible to anybody who wants to come or visit our office. In fact, you don't even have to come and visit. You can process all your application online and we can submit your document to the college or university and definitely make sure that your LOA is being issued as soon as possible for you. So this is for the for international students looking for onshore admission. Now talking about spousal open work permit and spousal PR application. Spousal open work permit. In this 1 week, we have got around 10 spousal open work permit approved in the last 1 week. The good news is a couple of them got approved just in the span of 2.5 months. So they were applied in May and we have got the result in August, the beginning of August. So hardly 2.5 months. That was very exciting to see because there was a time when spousal open work permit was taking around 1 month, 1 year, sorry. Now that has dropped down to around 3 months or 2 months, again, which is great. Timing has been reduced. In fact, our success rate, if you talk about under this category, is almost 99%. We have done a lot of cases which have been refused earlier, who were not able to get their visas. We have applied those visas and they have got through and they have been approved. So, as I said, it is a right time for you if you're looking to apply for a spousal open work permit. If you are in Canada on a study permit or in a work permit, you're looking to apply for a post-graduation work, for your spousal open work permit, contact us. Just take us an advice. If you like our advice and you want to go ahead with us, definitely we can help you. And as I said, our success rate under this category is almost 99%. Even if it's a refused case, we have a best possible team to present your case with IRCC and make sure the chances of getting a visa are higher. We don't commit that we get 100% success, but 98 to 99% is a very, very, very good success rate through which our clients are getting their approval. So contact us if you are willing to apply for a spousal open work permit. I just have a question from Akash. Sir, I want to know that after visitor visa in Canada from India, PR is possible. Okay, so if you've got a visitor visa in Canada, there are a lot of options available for you. You can even study, you can even work. Applying for a PR will eventually also happen, but just coming here as a visitor will not make you eligible to apply for a PR. Maybe you have to get a study permit first, get a work permit, get experience, and then get a PR. Or the other option would be you will be applying for a work permit, an LMI based work permit, and if you have sufficient point, if you are scoring sufficient point, then you can eventually also become eligible for permanent residency down the road. It may take 1 year or 1.5 year, 2 years, depending on your profile. But yes, there are options available. If you are a visitor in Canada and you are looking to apply for a study permit or an LMI based work permit, contact us and we can help you in changing your status, and we can help you uh, in getting your permanent residency later on, depending on under which profile, under which program you become eligible. Yes, the options are available, and we can help you in that. Then we have Avna asking, what is the process to apply tourist visa? Okay, Avna, depending on the country you're from, the process is almost similar, I'll say, but it depends on the documents you have. Uh, we have to you have to arrange your document. Then you need to have a valid reason to come and visit Canada. Either just tourist, for example, if you want to just say come here for a holiday. For example, now if you want to come here for a Christmas, New Year break, you can apply for that time. Or if you have any friends or family who are already in Canada and who are um, looking forward to come here and meet their family member, even they can apply for their visitor visa. There are a lot of documents required. Mostly the documents are required. It depends definitely from the country to country, but it also depends on your personal circumstances. So all we need to show is that you are financially strong to, and you have sufficient fund to fund your stay in Canada. Secondly, you should have good social and uh, social background back home, which shows that you will be going back to your country. So if you have these two things, the chances of you getting visas are higher. Again, you can contact us for further guidance, and we can help you know how you can apply for a visitor visa. So that's all we have for this week. We have discussed all the updates from the last 1 week. We have discussed about just a recap of what we have done today. We have discussed about the Express Entry draw which was held last week. Sorry, this week, where number of people invited were 2,000, and the the CRS score was 533, which is lower than the previous draw. Again, and then we discuss about post-graduation work permit holders can now apply for the one-time 18-month post-graduation work permit extension. The online admissions the online portal opened on 2nd of August. So now you can apply, but there are a few dates you need to remember, that who need to apply, how they need to apply. If you have any concern, contact us and we can help you applying for your post-graduation work permit. Then we discuss about the NOC knock, which is coming changing to tire system in November, and we also discuss about the PNP options draws which were held. The last but not the least, we discuss about the admissions, college admissions. If you are onshore student and looking for college admission, we also discuss about the program availability. We have seats available for September 2022 and January 2023. Contact us and we can help you also getting admission. And spousal open work permit, we are doing great. We are getting almost 99% success rate. We got 10 spousal open work permit approved in the last 1 week. So if you are somebody who's looking to apply for a spousal open work permit, contact us and we can help you in that too. So now, thank you all for joining into the show. We will be live back again next Friday, same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Canada and 8:35 p.m. back home in India. Till then, goodbye. Have a good weekend, good week ahead, and see you all next Friday.